I'm Dr. Ray Middleton. I help people by delivering great training. Here's an example of an episode from one of my training courses. Current theories and discussion about trauma define it as both the traumatic event and the reactions to it, called trauma reactions. Traumatic events could be accidental or deliberate. Examples include traumas that happen to groups of people, such as a natural disaster like this coronavirus pandemic or a terrorist attack, and also those traumas that happen to individuals, such as physical, emotional or sexual abuse of children. The organisation SAMHSA defined trauma as a single event, multiple events or a set of circumstances that is experienced by an individual as physically and emotionally harmful or threatening, and that has lasting adverse effects on the individual's physical, social, emotional or spiritual well-being. Trauma stress reactions can be seen as any experience that causes an intense physical and psychological stress reaction or the lasting effects from harmful events. Those in need of mental health, substance misuse or accommodation support needs have often been exposed to multiple traumatic events and tend to be at increased vulnerability of being re-traumatized through a pattern of chaotic life events, including how they are treated by significant others, including potentially re-traumatizing treatment by services offering to support them. For example, repeated assessment and rejection from services can mirror the neglect and rejection people experienced as children, and so services have the powerful potential to be re-traumatizing as well as potentially helpful. Trauma in early life and how these past experiences affect people's present and future life chances has been researched. One set of influential large-scale studies defines these early traumas as adverse childhood experiences, or ACEs. ACEs studies define examples of childhood trauma as physical, verbal or sexual abuse, or growing up in a household where there's parental separation, alcohol abuse, drug use, domestic violence, parental mental illness, or imprisonment of one parent. It's important to acknowledge that neglect can have as much negative effect as active trauma. For example, if our practical and emotional needs for love and validation growing up are not met, then this can lead to low self-esteem, depression, or a general feeling of not being wanted and that the world does not have a place for us. In addition to past traumas and neglect, it's important to also consider current adversity will also impact and affect people, such as not having a home, a job, income, or being in an abusive relationship. And at the time of making this training, that's particularly important because there's this general coronavirus pandemic which is having an adverse effect on everybody's life, and it's a threat, so it's a traumatic experience that collectively we're living through. But people will have different reactions to the threat, and we'll explain why during this training. I hope you found that helpful. For more information about the training I can offer, email me at ray.middleton@ladderforlife.com or sign up for one of my free trauma-informed courses by clicking the link in the comments. Like and subscribe for more helpful videos, or post a question in the comments and I'll reply.